Hello world, this is Dragon, and today I'm going to be continuing the Lantern Rites. Kind of been a while since I did this one. I was kind of all quested out from doing probably every single side quest that I could find in the game.
Lantern construction coming along.
Good to see you two. The Mingxiao lantern is coming along smoothly, thank you. We're almost done collecting the required plastrite. The project should be completed in a few days. You'll have to come by when it's done.
Plastrite, we know what that is. We've collected hundreds of them now.
Plastrite is the main component of any Mingxiao lantern. Most of the donations we get from the city folk are either Mora or plastrite. A lot of them carve their heart's desires onto the plastrite they donate, as a prayer for good fortune and other blessings.
Paimon wants some good fortune too. Let's find some plastrite and make a wish.
Alright, we have some.
Since you seem so eager to donate, how about you keep your eyes open for less common varieties of plastrite? Those are the ones we lack the most at the moment. One is called azurite. It is occasionally found in the northern part of Mount Tianheng. When azurite gets caught in the roots of ordinary vegetation, it sometimes produces bloaty floaties, which have floating seeds. The other one is called vermilionite, which is extremely dangerous as far as most people are concerned. In Guili Plains, old ruin hunters who have lost the power of flight use vermilionite to keep themselves airborne. It's a tall order, but I'm sure you can manage.
Yeah, I think we can manage getting those. Hoping it'd just be regular plasticite, but it isn't. One's up here, one's over there. Let's get this one, it's closer. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing many of the side quest stories for this event. There's quite a few of them. But I'll be doing the main quest stories here, and then doing all of the tower defense that it has. I ended up doing a tower defense before already, but I accidentally hit record twice, so it canceled my recording. So unfortunately, I can't show that. Which is unfortunate, because I was getting into it. It's a pretty fun little event. I think I would have liked the, quest line and everything a lot more if it was more like main characters like Zhao, Ganyu, like all of them who actually had quests that they wanted you to do instead of just here's some random townspeople again. Go collect me this and go hand me some of this. Which I've had pretty much enough of when I was grinding my adventure rank up. So I'm kind of tired of doing those kind of little fetch quests. Plus they're just the same as like the dailies you get every day, which
Next on the agenda.
I'm kind of just in the habit of doing, but kind of gets just tiring.
Access denied.
Oh, that was actually for that. Okay. That's easy enough to get that one then. This one I probably just have to kill a ruin hunter or something and then I'll get it. I was just doing that little pull quest just to get the treasure chest. And there's a ruin hunter.
Next on the agenda. Off we go. Everybody stand back. For Rex Lapis.
And ruin hunter is gone. Good old Ganyu. Once you actually get good artifacts for her, she starts doing just crazy damage. Which, I mean, I ended up getting a couple good artifacts here recently. They're not the best, but they're better than what they were. Which was mostly like a bunch of hit point and defense substat artifacts, because of course it wouldn't go into critical or attack. Got a couple that had good critical though and high attack.
Back with a fresh supply of vermilionite.
I knew I could count on you. Let me see. Yep, without a doubt, these are azurite and vermilionite. But don't you want to make your wishes? You brought back just enough materials for both of you. Come on, get carving.
Done.
Paimon will be for
Paimon
food.
prays for a bottomless stomach to eat more delicacies with. And you? Let Paimon see. Huh? Well, that doesn't sound like something you'd wish for. So you made a wish for him instead. Don't you worry. Paimon will help you find him, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together. Then we'll release a gazillion shell lanterns to make up for all those wishes you've never had a chance to make.
If you're done with your carvings, you can hand over your azurite and vermilionite to me.
Miss Wong, yeah?
Well, hello, Chang Chang. What's up, little missy? Can't find your granddad?
Granddad said he's busy and I should go play on my own. I want to make a shell lantern, but I don't know how. Miss Wongya, could you help me make a shell lantern?
Sure thing, but promise me that you'll go back home as soon as we're done playing. With so many people at the festival, your granddad will be worried sick if you stay out too long.
It's good
Thank
advice.
you, Miss Wongya. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
I certainly do. That's how I made my first Mora, helping visitors make shell lanterns by the docks. Ah, good times. I should really stay here to keep an eye on the girl. Hey, could I bother you to go to the construction site at the dock and gather some building materials? Great,
Sure.
thanks. I appreciate it.
Not far away from here at all.
Next on the agenda.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to do these main quests in order to get the tower defense kind of the higher level stages of that.
Very suspicious, don't you think?
Not at all.
Hey, what you doing?
He's just being
What
COVID
you
friendly.
staring at me like that for? Get gone! Huh? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself.
Wow. Paimon thought he might be a shady character. Then he opened his mouth and now Paimon's sure of it. He must have been up to something when he was crouching down on the ground, because as soon as he saw us approaching, he stood up and acted all innocent. Paimon has a bad... What could he be up to? Well, this area is full of construction supplies for the Mingqiao lantern. Paper, oil, wood, all highly flammable materials! On the last day of the lantern rite, huge crowds come out to watch the Mingqiao lantern being released. It can't be a good sign if there's a suspicious character lurking around somewhere so dangerous. If he's been tampering with the stockpile of lantern supplies... Let's get the materials we came for first. We can tell Wangya about the situation when we get back. Because everyone in Liyue has worked really hard.
She just wants
for
her
this.
wish to come
No
true.
one should be allowed to spoil it, period. Oh, fine. There's so many delicacies in Liyue Harbor. Matsutake meat rolls, mora meat, almond tofu.
All stuff we can make ourselves.
Hey, what you doing? What you staring at me like that? All right. If you all won't get gone,
That should be enough. Let's get back to Wangya.
Just had to check to make sure I was actually recording. That'd be pretty, pretty embarrassing. Wouldn't be the first time though that I thought I was recording and then I ended
Did you
up
get
not
the
being it.
materials?
Sure did.
Ah, yes, these will do. Let me make a shell lantern for Ching Ching.
We saw a shady character skulking around the highly flammable materials at the construction site. He looked like he was up to no good.
I see. Okay, please inform the Ministry of Civil Affairs about what you saw. I'll talk to Jingming. With so many people visiting for the Lantern Rite, we can't afford to ignore something like this.
Miss Wangya, is something bad gonna happen at the Lantern Rite?
Of course not.
Not to a darling little angel like you, Chang Chang. Come on now, good girl. Head back to your granddad and don't get distracted along the way. We don't want to make him worry.
Go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and report to the Millilith. That's easy enough to do. Just right up here.
Halt! This is the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
We're here to report.
We saw a shady-looking guy snooping around near the stockpile of highly flammable Mingxiao lantern supplies. We must defend the grilled tigerfish food stall at all costs.
Goodness, this is a serious matter indeed.
Exactly what Paimon thought. Liyue Harbor's cuisine is the heart and soul of the city.
It seems we disagree on where the seriousness of the matter lies. But you're not wrong, my little friend. Rest easy. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has assigned a specialist to keep the Lantern Rite safe. I will inform him of this matter and order him to step up vigilance in due course.
It's probably the suspicious looking guy.
This is serious. Why not get your butt over there and tell him straight away?
I wish I could, but he's yet to return. He's taken a small team to Guili Plains. Huh? But you're a traveler, aren't you? You've come all this way for the Lantern Rite, and yet you are willing to lend a hand?
Of course we are.
Our pleasure.
You don't have much of a choice.
Kind of stuff. We lend hands all the time. Oh, like the time we...
Really? Huh. Then we are indebted to you. Travelers are so kind these days. Ah, yes. No commission should go unpaid. I will take care of the compensation. Again, thank you both.
The only compensation I want is more tower defense. I shall get that after this story mission here. Of course, then we have one more story mission after this one to get the final stages unlocked. Of the rewards anyways. We definitely will be doing all three of those here. Probably today, just to get them done. I think I only have like 6 days left. Kind of been slacking on getting them done.
Next on the agenda.
But, you know, it's a good thing they gave us a lot of time to get these done.
It's a hilly churro blockade. There's so many of them. Why would they gather together like this? We can't let them get away with being a menace to the people here. Let's show them what we've got.
Well, you managed to get all the way up here. Look at you go. Surprised they can climb up here. Seems like they can, no problem.
Who are you? Oh, thank you. If it weren't for your help, today may have ended quite differently.
Oh, it's just some dumb hilly turtles. They're pretty easy to take down.
I'm
They should
in charge
train
of
more.
keeping the Lantern Rite safe. A lot comes out of the woodwork at this time of year. There are thieves around every corner. I encountered one during my patrol just now, so I called a few men and we pursued them out here. Once we got here, we decided to split up. I was searching this area. The thief seems to have made a clean getaway, and I sure didn't bank on these monsters being here. I was just assessing whether it would be better to send for reinforcements or find another way to disperse them. And that's when you showed up and dealt with them.
Pretty easily, I might add.
Thank goodness. I don't know how long it would have taken for the others to get here. Well, I need to get back to looking for that thief. But thanks for your help.
Probably a couple minutes, not
Until
that far
next
away.
time.
Wait a second. We're not done here.
Oh, is there something else? Another one? It's interminable. Right. When I get back, I'll get the other troops to be extra vigilant in the area. In the middle of the festival, too. What are they up to?
Do you get the feeling... Paimon thinks so too!
They can handle a couple
Most
hilly
must take
girls.
all their tasty treats for granted by now. But for a poor traveler, all alone out in the wilderness, often forced to survive on nothing but the most mysterious of mushrooms, for you, the Lantern Rite is the most important of all festivals. So let's go back to the place where we witnessed the shady-looking guy. Paimon hears from patrol officers that criminals love to go back for another look at the crime scene after the event. It's a psychological thing, apparently. That's why there's no time to lose. When there's highly flammable materials involved, once the crime happens, it'll be too late.
That is very true. I bet you this is all going to just be some kind of big misunderstanding. But maybe it won't be. Maybe it is actually a suspicious character who looks that shady that no one has done anything about. I was almost expecting it to be that that guy was the one who's sent there to guard, like he was the specialist. But I guess we'll find out what he is doing over here soon enough.
Aha! Knew it!
Well, not many places to go over there. We should chase him.
There's another person!
Good old Zhao.
What are you doing here?
Huh? Xiao, are you here for the festival?
I have no interest in Lantern Rite. I sensed a malign influence here. I'm here to investigate. When a shackle is loosened in the realms of deities and demons, I take full responsibility. But this time, the threat comes from the mortal world. Your world. Thus you shall take full responsibility, mortal traveler. When the time comes, I hope you shall act promptly and decisively. I do not wish for the tassel of the polearm that has slaughtered countless demons to become stained with mortal blood.
What's this?
A symbol that your suspected evildoer left behind.
Doesn't look familiar to Paimon.
Well, you will have to show me how much you can accomplish on your own strength. Because if I become involved, there is a possibility that the streets of Liyue Harbor will be painted red this Lantern Rite.
Well, that sounds terrible.
Yep.
Let's not be impulsive. Why don't we figure out the origins of this symbol first? The one the suspected criminal left behind. Oh! Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Kaya will know something about it.
Ugh, more running around. But at least it involved one of the main characters. Yep, all the way. I think we can instant transmission ourselves. Otherwise, this would take a lot longer to do, and by the time we hopped over here, it'd probably be like a couple weeks gone by from just traveling. If it was, you know, real world game time. For our time, it's probably just like 30 minutes of running. Even that would kind of just suck. Here you are, Kaya.
Well, long time no see.
Kaya! We went to the Lantern Rite in Liyue.
Ah, well, how was it? Fun?
Delicious.
Well then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
Lantern supplies. Stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen.
Of course it does.
How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
Oh, that about sums it up.
I'm flattered. But don't you think you might be overestimating me?
There it is! At last! Kaya displays the knightly virtue of modesty, perfectly articulated and masterfully delivered.
My goodness. Your stay in Liyue seems to have sharpened your wit and broadened your vocabulary. Anyway, I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders. If you are
Yeah, we've
curious
dealt
to
with
know
them.
more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
Didn't you just say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
But Kaya
This
does.
is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius. A little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Thanks, Kaya!
Oh, and remember, wine begets wisdom.
Huh?
Wine begets wisdom, huh? It's probably a code catchphrase. Oof. A lot of running around for this event here. But that's pretty much like every quest in this game. Which is the reason I will not be doing a lot of the side quest little story ones. Might get a couple done just for the
You're the
Nimrod.
guy,
You've
right?
saved him a lot.
Kaya's informant?
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
Place we agreed upon? I know nothing.
Ugh, stop being so annoying.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
How? Was any of that even slightly necessary?
What do you want to know about?
Here's the situation.
Okay, I see.
So, what can you tell us as an insider?
I do not think this is the work of the Treasure Hoarders. The reason the Treasure Hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle. Caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them. By contrast, the idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes. Liyue has the Adepti looking after it, doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern
They sure
Rite.
are.
There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just... there's no way that they, the Treasure Hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite. Also, the Treasure Hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the Treasure Hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
Great! Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
If
Of
there's
course we
nothing
won't.
more, I should get back to treasure hoarding. I mean, get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To spy on them.
Nice recovery, Nimrod. Find the treasure hoarding camp. Another 3,000 meters. God. This quest takes us all over the map. And it's taken quite a little bit of time. It's already 24 something minutes into it. But, I mean, we're getting through it. Slowly. Hmm. Find the treasure hoarder's camp. Well, that's easy enough. And let's go down. Oh, he even has his own name. Special treasure hoarder here.
Sorry, pal, wrong way. Wherever you think you're going, it's that way.
But isn't that the way to Liyue Harbor?
Right. Here is nowhere. So the other way is Liyue Harbor.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I suggest you go to the Wangshu Inn. Fair prices, great customer service, and a wonderful view.
How do you know about the letter?
One of Liyue's adepti told us about it.
Did they now? I somehow doubt that.
You should not doubt it. It was I who sent them to investigate. Any further questioning, you may direct to me.
Did you just appear out of thin air?
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
Hey, watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an Adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
As you well know, we treasure hoarders are no serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
So, if you are truly an Adeptus, please show us some mercy, would you?
Of course, if it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Then please, don't blame our weapons for treating everyone equally.
Oh, they're gonna get their asses kicked here.
Please, my heroic friend and Adeptus buddy, have mercy.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just take it.
How about that? Paimon knew it all along. Let's see what they wrote.
I see.
Yes.
Then let us
Makes
send
perfect
these two
sense.
to the meeting. The sender may be plotting something truly diabolical for the Lantern Rite. It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
Great, everyone's happy. You're good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
It'll be fine. When we're in disguise, no one will be the wiser.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
Well, the safety of Liyue is in your hands now. Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Then it is settled. What is it? Huh? I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year. When
Oh,
this
don't be
matter
like
is
that, Xiao.
resolved, come to Wangshu Inn. In previous years, the Mingxiao lantern has been visible even from there.
He's vanished. Did he go back to Wangshu Inn already? But the time mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it? Come on, let's go to the meeting place. Paimon wonders what the sender of the letter is planning.
Teleport up here, glide over there. Oh, we'll probably have this done in another 5-10 minutes, I'm assuming. And half an hour for a quest. Not too bad. Guess it is one of the main story ones here. One of those ruined guardians. Hunted down quite a few of them. I need to kill that one for any story quest here. Maybe he'll just attack us once we go over here.
All right. You folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I done and put on a mask and a costume and so forth. But it seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool, though. Gutsy.
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing disguises because unlike you, we would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it. Really? I was in the middle of my speech and everything!
Wait a second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
One where we kick your ass and make you tell us what we want to know. Or get Diluc out to do the interrogation.
Retribution!
Tell us your diabolical plan now!
Okay, I give up.
Give up now, or feel the wrath of my Paimonial... Huh? You're giving up just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
An apprentice thief?
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders? Oh, man, they're my heroes.
Wait a second. So...
Well, everyone has their own heroes.
I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense. Paimon was expecting a serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil-looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
Are you serious?
I guess it was a
I just
misunderstanding.
wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years is all. I was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
Oh.
Then, all I'd have to do is find some way or another of bringing it down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
For a perfect crime, it sure has a lot of holes. For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the plaustrite once it was airborne?
I was still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
This guy is an imbecile. Okay, let's teach him a lesson. Now that the Millilith have gotten hold of that idiot, let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Alright, let's head back to the Ministry of Civil Affairs here. This quest is gonna be done here right away. And then I'll probably save video, upload it. Oh, whoops, wrong way. Just climb right back up here. And I don't know if I'll do the next one right away here. I'll probably just wait a couple hours, maybe do it later tonight. It is Sunday today, so I'm going to be farming up a bunch of talent books for all my characters, because that's basically
Traveler,
the best way to
word
level them up.
spreads fast. We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help. Looks like the Mingxiao lantern will be ready soon. A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
Oof.
Rest easy. Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move, they'll be on them in an instant. That's sorted then. You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the lantern rite in peace.
So, Paimon supposes that's taken care of then. Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time. Wait! Do you remember what the inspiration for the Mingxiao lantern was? it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time. On the day the Mingxiao lantern is ready, we can meet him at Wangshu Inn like he suggested, then try to persuade him.
Yep.
Even though he said you can see the Mingxiao lantern from Wangshu Inn, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
Alright, and that completes that quest. Part 3, Light Upon the Sea, started. Go back to Wangshu Inn. Let's just take a quick look at the quest tab here. Collected all those. Okay. We have to continue going through the stages until we can unlock this one, but we have completed the current steep beneath the lantern, so we can definitely get into the second part of this. With the third one, we need to complete the Light Upon the Sea. Then complete more. It's only about 10 minutes to complete the final one. Okay, then. Yeah, I guess we'll just do them both right now. Get through them both at the same time, if it's only 10 more minutes. And then later on, we can do more of the tower defense. Complete a bunch of that, because I don't mind doing those. They're actually kind of fun. Alright, Zhao. We're gonna drag your grumpy butt over there.
So is the matter resolved? Good. No. As I said, I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year.
Yeah, it's a super impressive looking giant deer. Let's go take a look together.
Skybracer. A Mingxiao lantern nonetheless. A fleeting creation of human hand. It means nothing to me. If this short-lived spectacle is one you wish to witness, I suggest you go to the city.
He really won't go. Let's go find the boss. She might have a few tricks up her sleeve.
Sounds like you and Xiao took care of business again.
Word certainly got around. The news even reached us here.
And yet another year's Lantern Rite will soon be over, and he still won't go and take a look.
All these long years, and I've never seen him attend the Lantern Rite. I'd go as far as to say it'd be easier bringing the festival to him than the other way around.
Bring the festival to him. Yeah, if Zhao won't go to the Lantern Rite, then let's bring the Lantern Rite to him.
Sorry, surely you realize I was joking. How would you bring the Lantern Rite to him exactly?
When we were in the city checking out the festivities, we learned how to make Xiao lanterns. We even found a food stall serving local delicacies. So much tasty food! So many pretty Xiao lanterns! Not to mention, what else? Oh, the bygone heroes! His old friends! Aren't those the heart and soul of the Lantern Rite?
You're not wrong, but where would we settle that up?
Now that you
Well, we have a lot of
mention it,
space around here.
I wonder. We need enough space to set up our own stall. There might just be enough room below the inn.
There sure is.
Let's take a look and choose a space. I believe I know the kind of stall you're after. There should be a few styles we can reference. Let me think.
Alright, over the edge of the building we go. Wings.
This is too close to the elevator entrance. I think we can do better.
Need to get something from
No, here we'd be constantly interrupted by the foot traffic. Here's not too bad, and it's safely away from all the foot traffic. Fitting choice.
Yeah, plenty of room around here.
We've got ourselves a nice spot. Now we need to build a proper stall. I've thought about it, and I believe I know roughly how to go about it. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll try to figure out where to start.
Sure, you don't have much time.
And voila! A little rough around the edges, but it should serve us well. What do you think?
It was pretty
No
fucking
big
fast
deal.
if you built that right
Just
away.
a little bit of DIY that I picked up years ago. I've forgotten most of it, actually. Well, we can check the stall off our to-do list. It looks quite festive decorated with that Xiao lantern, wouldn't you say? Well, yes, but in my generation, it's just the norm for everyone who grew up in Liyue. Anyway, speaking of festivities, no celebration is complete
What's
without
that?
a feast. Do you
Sparkling.
know what you would like on the menu?
Almond tofu, that's for sure. We've made it for Xiao before.
Almond tofu and grilled tigerfish. Huh. What an interesting combination of flavors. I'll have a word with Smiley Yan Xiao. He should be able to rustle those up in no time. Luckily, the inn's pantry contains all the necessary ingredients.
Sure does.
Oh, it's about time to summon our honored guest. Could you fetch him? The food should be ready by the time you come down.
I guess it was just sparkling in the background. Or maybe it was that. Teleport up there because we're not climbing or using the elevator. That's gonna take too long.
We're way behind schedule.
Yes, the rock hiding the treasure thing.
What now? We've had the talk about crowded places. Do not make me repeat myself. Best you go alone. What is that supposed to mean? You brought the festival to me?
Yes, we did, Grumpy.
Okay, so there's a bunch of delicious snacks just laid out below the inn, and a bunch of Xiao lanterns, and there's practically no one else around to have to worry about. Better hurry up, or the food's gonna go cold. Come on down.
Haha, we convinced him. And down we go.
Ta-da! Your very own miniature Lantern Rite Festival! Well, if it doesn't look mouth-watering.
So this is what you meant by bringing the festival to me? Is there no end to the peculiarities of human behavior?
No,
Does
probably
it
not.
serve any grander purpose? Is that so? Human motives defy my attempts to fathom them.
Less fathoming, more eating! Come on, dig in before it gets cold! Okay, Paimon's gonna concentrate on eating now. Now that we're done with the most important part of the celebration, we should be heading out to see the Mingxiao Lantern.
You may take your leave. There's nothing for me over there.
Yeah, the Mingxiao Lantern may not be your thing, but surely there's no harm in taking a walk with us. The road from here to Liyue Harbor is long and full of dangers. We need someone to ensure our safety. Nobody says you have to enter the city. You can just see us off at the outskirts.
Slowly
So be it.
convincing him.
I shall accept your proposal.
There you go. All right, time to hit the road.
Alright, let's teleport right here, right where it wants us to go. That's nice. This should be almost the quest. We'll probably watch the lantern being lifted off. I should have turned it to nighttime, that'd be better.
This is as far as I will go. Please see yourselves into the city. What now?
You are obviously one of the heroes this festival is all about. Why don't you want to get involved?
I detest the rabble. No cares in the world. So peaceful, so joyful. They are nothing like me. Too long have I spent slaughtering, accompanied by the burden of suffering that follows in its wake. Crossing paths with all those jubilant people will only make me... That's all I have to say. Farewell. Are you really so enamored with such trivial amusements?
Hey, this is a legitimate festival, not some trivial amusement.
Legitimate. Enough. Go watch your lanterns. But stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open for any menace. If you find yourself in trouble, speak my name. Anywhere, anytime. Whether yours
What
or
a nice guy.
yours, I hear all cries for help, all prayers for peace, and all the wishes carried by the lanterns.
Why walk when you can teleport? Even though that wasn't that far, it's still faster just to load in. Loading in got rid of the rain, I guess. I'd say that was pretty impressive for a lantern. I don't think we have lanterns that can dance around like that. Okay, so that should be all of the quest line for this area, the main quest anyways. I don't think there's anything else. Nope, that was that. I just have a couple little derpy side quests I don't really feel doing. Okay. So, if you've missed the Lantern Rite Festival, then I guess you can watch this video and see this whole event going on again. So, hopefully you enjoyed this festival. See you guys next time.